So I had a thought when a YouTube person said something that I never considered. Right when I first started, that's like one of the younger roosters. His crow isn't quite up to par, but yeah. On a thought, right? When I first started doing YouTube videos, I was like saying, Mike Maloney changed my life. Jim Rickards, all these guys like woke me up. Actually, I don't think that is the case. Same with you, right? So at some point you had like a aha feeling, aha, gold, silver, something like that, right? But that was you. It wasn't someone else talking to you. So let me explain. I was like a news junkie for years. Like I read the Wall Street Journal like every day. A lot of these Newsweek, Time magazines, all the time, right? For years, right? And this alternative media existed, right? And I came across links that I ignored. For example, Mike Maloney didn't pop out of the air like when I got interested in gold and silver. It was I got interested or something changed my perception and I saw him. Because I go to the bookstore all the time and look through the bookshelves, right? And his book was in the financial section. And I just never saw it. The book was there, but I never saw it. It's like, you filter things out, right? You got to filter. And until your world paradigm shifts, you pretty much, the roosters are competing, I think. You pretty much filter things out. And yeah, now I see like these Mike Maloney type things all over the place. Like anytime there's a gold or silver in the mainstream media, I immediately see it. Before, I saw it, but I didn't see it. So really, you were exposed to stuff without realizing it for years. Here's an example. I've got a friend, right? He never heard the word cakewalk, right? So we're talking and the word cakewalk, and he never really, cakewalk. And then after that, within a week, he saw the word used 3 times in a week. Well, that wasn't coincidence. It's kind of like when you learn a new word or concept that's out there, you see it all the time. Before it was there, you just never saw it. So that's how it gold and silver, right? Something within you changed if you own these things, and then all of a sudden you saw all these things, right? Because you were ready to change. Because take your family and friends, right? If you've been trying to get your family and friends to understand gold and silver and they're not listening, it's because they're not ready yet. You're showing the stuff to them, but they've got a filter and they're filtering you out. Well, almost all of us were the same way. I mean, unless you bought gold and silver 10 years ago, I think you were in this camp. The first camp is getting interested. The second camp is buying, and the third camp is, of course, being like an investor. Because when you first hear about it, I don't think people take action. They first get interested in gold and silver. It takes a while. There's a delayed effect. So what I'm saying is that credit yourself for getting into gold and silver if you have, because it was all you. Because the information was out there and you were exposed to it without realizing it, and something in you clicked. Some worldview clicked. Like when we had these bailouts, I suddenly realized that what the Wall Street Journal was telling me, there was something really wrong with it. Because how come they weren't warning about it? I got guys like Joe Salente who would talk about it for years. The Wall Street Journal said nothing. Right? Guys like Warren Buffett, I thought was a guru. No way. These guys, there's something wrong. So that was a click. The evidence was so clear, I had to reshape my whole paradigm. And all of a sudden, the guys like Mike Maloney came flooding to me. In a short period of time, I discovered most of them. Maybe not all of them, 90%, right? So yeah, before, I had to have been exposed before, but I had some filter going on. I think the same is with everybody. Now, I'm going to leave you with one important point, right? You got to kind of ask yourself, what was it that prevented yourself from seeing this before? What was the change, and how long ago was it? Because when I first started doing videos, you can go back to 2009, right? There was a smaller group doing videos and watching videos, and there was also people saying things about like silver, right? Within the past 6 months or a year, right? The group's got a lot bigger, but the group's kind of changed a bit, right? I mean, not really changed, but more people are coming on. So what I suggest is if you find I think the people I listen to the most are the ones who were there 10 years ago with gold and silver, when it bottomed out, when the price bottomed out and they were there. That is those are the people I want to hear, right? The people who discovered it 6 months or a year ago, right? I still want to hear them. It's just that why did it take them so long, right? And of course, there's nothing wrong because it took. Most of us weren't there on the day one. So that's what I'm saying. So my real cause for concern is the price action of silver right now. In 2008, look at the platinum, the double top and the crash, right? The people who were there like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, they're seeing some caution with the silver, what's happening right now. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to fall. It just means they got these caution flags going up, and a caution flag doesn't mean for sure. The people who I'm generalizing, but I've noticed there are a lot of newer people who might be not believing it's possible that it might come down. Look at the platinum chart. Yeah, it double topped and went way down, but it's almost back up. It's possible for silver to do the double top and come down and go back up. I mean, the $24 silver is not unrealistic. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. So if it keeps going up, please don't say, I told you 24, because I can't offer you guidance. You have to look into yourself and do your own reasoning, because the $24 silver is a real possibility in the short term. It might not happen. This is one of those things where it's not easy. I can't tell you, where it's going to go, but it's a real possibility. And the people who were in it years ago, a lot of them, the ones who are really looking at this are thinking, okay, even Mike Maloney says he thinks we're going to have a big deflation before the hyperinflation. A big deflation means $24 silver in the short run. It's possible, and obviously this is not an investment thing. I'm just telling you, right? Be psychologically prepared. And what I'm hearing in the last 6 months on some of these new silver things has really caused me concern, because they're appealing to your emotions, and they're appealing to your sense of, oh, it should do this. It might. It could go straight up, but it doesn't have to. And I want you to realize that, because what happened with Bitcoin, right? What happened with Bitcoin recently, it's under $5. I'm seeing some parallels with the Bitcoin crowd and a certain segment of the silver crowd. It doesn't mean it's going to go down. I'm just saying, watch yourself, as Guild said. He was one of the first guys who I came across on YouTube. So thank you.